What is up, everyone in Bills Nation here on a Sunday night? Coming to you again. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. I've actually got on to do a live stream twice in the last few days, which has not been the norm around here because as you may already know, I checked out for a little while after the Bills lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. But I am back because, heck, man, we're starting to gear up for the 2023 season, and of course, we just had the draft, so I thought I would pop on real quick here and kind of give you some thoughts about what I think when it comes to the Bills draft, who they got, give you, my humble analysis, certainly not, the type of analysis that you're going to get in other areas of the media, NFL Network and all that. They're going to have a much more in-depth. But, hey, man, I'm a Bills fan just like you. And, I have my thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams. So I'm going to go through the main draft picks and, just talk about what I think about the players that we got, what I think may or may not happen. I mean, I don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Even the pundits and the analysts and the experts, they don't really know anything either. A lot of it is just, darts against a dartboard. But, hey, that's what makes all of this fun is because somewhere down the line, some of us are going to say, man, I had it right. And others will say, I was wrong, like 100% wrong. And I want to get through this stream real fast because the Bruins and the Panthers are in overtime, tied 3-3 in Game 7. And I don't want to miss that. So I'm just going to kind of go through this real quick because I said I was going to come on every Sunday night. Hopefully, for the most part, from here on out till the end of the 2023-24 season. And, just have a little fun talking Bills football. Really love doing that, and I do not want to give that up simply because, the Bills bowed out of this playoffs last season, and I have determined that Buffalo as a city when it comes to sports is cursed. It's just so, to me, there's no doubt about it. If you saw the video that I posted recently, it's like I break it all down. I don't even touch on I touch on maybe 50% of all the things that have happened in Buffalo sports. So, there's just too much stuff out there to cover when it comes to the unfortunate reality that is Buffalo Bills football and Buffalo Sabres hockey, unless you're a Tampa, I always say Tampa Bandits because they had a USFL team called the Tampa Bay Bandits. The Buffalo Bandits, if you're a Buffalo Bandits fan or a Buffalo Bisons fan, perhaps you can, feel a little bit better about Buffalo sports. All right, with all that said, let's get on to, looking at what the Bills got in the draft. I'm going to start out with, our top guy. Let's just go, right to the top. And that is, of course, the tight end they got, Dalton Kincaid. I mean, Dalton Kincaid is hopefully going to turn into what everybody hopes their tight ends turn into, and that, of course, is a Travis Kelce type of tight end. Will he or will he not? I don't know. Somebody recently went through all the tight ends drafted in the first round, and for the most part, none of them really panned out to be very much. Again, it's a crapshoot. Who knows what Dalton could turn into, but we are all, of course, hoping that he's going to help the offense, and I think he will. I mean, I watched his highlights like you did, and they were impressive. What highlights for prospects aren't impressive because they, of course, string together the best plays that they have, but the guy seems to have the hands and the mobility and the drive, and he also seems to be a really good dude. I'm going to show you a video here near the end of this stream to if you haven't seen it already. It's really cool. Gives you an idea of who Dalton Kincaid is. And what's up, Dr. Jekyll? Good thing you're not from Buffalo. Bills and Sabres are not cursed. Okay. All right. They're not cursed. I appreciate that sentiment. I am 100% sure that they are cursed. Not that you can't break a curse. And so, that's kind of cool if you look at it that way. I mean, the Bills and Sabres not only have to overcome so many things when it comes to just, what Buffalo sports teams have to overcome, they have to overcome a curse. So it'll make it all that much more sweeter when we both win a Super Bowl and a Stanley Cup. But back to Kincaid, on draft night, I was a little perplexed why the Bills traded up to get Kincaid when there was already, he was the first tight end taken, and there were really solid tight ends. All of them were available. So the Bills trading up and losing a draft pick for Kincaid, to me, was like, okay, I'm not sure they needed to do that, but they did. And now that the, smoke has cleared, it sounds to me like this kid right here was highly sought after by a number of teams at the tight end position. You've probably heard that Skip Bayless, a Dallas Cowboys fan, was absolutely beside himself that the Bills leapfrogged his Cowboys and took Kincaid. That made me feel better to know that somebody out there wanted him so bad that they were willing to publicly admit that they were down in the dumps about losing out on Dalton Kincaid. And again, I'm going to show you a video here coming up here shortly, very shortly, like in the next few minutes, that I think is cool. It gets you an idea of who this kid is. The other picks that the Bills got, I'm talking about just their top four. This kid from Tulane, I mean, it's a line. First of all, he's a linebacker position. He's a linebacker, and the Bills definitely needed a linebacker. So they addressed that position. Dorian Williams, with the departure of Tremaine Edmonds. What do I know about him other than he plays in the American Athletic Conference? Not a lot. I mean, he has, a great tape, looks great. He was worth, being drafted in the NFL. So with that, he's got to be good, right? But a lot of people are saying that he's not much more, there's not much more hope for him than maybe Terrell Bernard, who still, I think people are still hopeful that Terrell Bernard's going to turn into a solid linebacker in the NFL. So there's some depth there, and he'll probably challenge Terrell Bernard for that perhaps starting position. So I'm happy about that. Looking forward to seeing what Dorian Williams can do. Remember, any of these guys, any of them could turn into a top NFL player. As you know, so many people go in the draft, and then years down the line, so suddenly they are, in the Hall of Fame, right? And there are guys that are not drafted that go on to have amazing careers. So you never know. All you can do is just look at what you got and hope that it turns into gold, right? Okay, the next guy that we got is, again, I do not want to miss the overtime period. When overtime has already started, so I'm going to have this, and I'll be looking down. All right, another guy that I think people are excited about is the offensive lineman they got from Florida. And I could say this, O'Cyrus Torrence is a guy that my college football loving coworker who knows seemingly everything there is to know about college football loves him and wanted him and was thrilled that we got him when he was drafted. So if that means anything, which doesn't mean a lot, I'm happy about that because a college football head that I've had on the stream before, Jared, was super thrilled that we got him in the draft. So that very well could turn into a solid pick for our offensive line. You can never, ever, ever have too many offensive linemen on your team. I don't think. And what's up, Jacob Spears? Nice to see you popping in. And then back to Dr. Jekyll. That's always a good thing. I don't care for Skip Bayless. Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't like Skip Bayless. And you don't like the Cowboys. So, yeah, anything when it comes back to that Kincaid pick, anything that makes Cowboy fans upset is just awesome. And, us getting Kincaid. Let's hope that truly turns out to be the case, that they just barely missed out on a superstar tight end. All right, the next guy that we got that I'm pretty happy about, and it's because I just have a feeling this guy is going to turn out to be a solid player for the Bills in the NFL, and that is the wide receiver they got. He is, I think, Justin Shorter out of Florida. I think all of us are looking at this guy, saw his tape, and immediately thought, man, this kid looks like an Eric Moulds. He's got the body type of Eric Moulds. I don't know if he has the hands like Eric Moulds. A lot of the highlights that I saw, he seemed to be pulling a lot of passes into his body. But he is huge, 6'4", I think, like 230. So I think we got the speed guys. I think we got we've got the route runners, and I also now think with this guy we could have that big body that we need. He's almost like a tight end. So, maybe he's a good blocker downfield. Other than the tape that I saw, I know little to nothing about him, but I'm hopeful, as everybody else is. 6'4", 230, is that right? Did I get that right, Dr. Jekyll? I mean, that kid is big. So we'll see. So he could turn into an Eric Moulds, or he could turn into a Duke Williams. You never know. So we'll see. I'm very, very, very hopeful about all that. All right, so our first draft pick overall, Dalton Kincaid. I think we're all happy with it. We'll see. You never know. Hey, at least they didn't take a running back. That made me happy, because I just did not want to see them, get a running back. That just really would have frustrated me. But with that said, again, I was telling you that I got to see, Florida almost scored. They had a breakaway on goal. So with that said, if you haven't seen it, you got to see the video released of Dalton Kincaid arriving in Buffalo. It's just the same as they had with pretty much any player that they bring in on the draft or whatever. And it's pretty cool. And I think it gives you like a really good idea of who he is and how he is. And after watching it, you're like, I think you start to fall in love with the kid. So I am going to play the video now. I think you're going to like it. And if you've seen it already, of course, just watch it again, because I think it's good. And I hope I can play it, because I didn't actually check it before I played it. So hopefully you can hear it. Going to play it now. Check it out. It's our guy, Dalton Kincaid.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have traded the 25th pick to the Buffalo Bills. With the 25th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Dalton Kincaid, tight end, Utah.
What's up, Bills Mafia? Dalton has a sweet tweet that Dawson put out.
I know. That's gonna be awesome.
So
What do you tweet?
it's a GIF. Oh. This is where the fun begins.
So you can see the stadium straight ahead, but this is all the tailgating kind of starts here.
Starts here.
Yep.
I did that with my house in Utah.
Oh,
Anytime
really?
There's like a concert at the stadium. We would
Yeah.
charge $100.
Really? Was it right
Prime
near the
spotting,
stadium?
prime.
You have the flag and everything?
Yeah, we'd sit out there.
Guys ready? Yeah, we're ready. That's awesome.
This is sweet.
All right, let's get you out of the rain.
Yes, sir. It's not too bad. Woo. How's it going?
I'm great. How are you guys doing? You guys good?
Great.
Doing good,
Have
yeah.
you stopped smiling?
No, it'll probably be there all day today.
Let's
Yeah.
keep that on for a long time, right?
Yes, sir.
You look good.
Yeah.
You guys got to be excited.
Yes.
Thrilled, right?
It's great meeting you.
See you around.
Appreciate it. I'll see you around.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I think.
Yeah, this is nice. No worries. You too.
Alright, so this hallway, you'll see that later. So these little things here, you'll see down there, every win that we get, it's kind of like our little win wall. So next year, first win of the season will go here, and it'll kind of go down. There's like a snapshot, basically, of
From the game?
from each win
Sweet.
throughout the season.
Wow.
So this is this is the locker room. It's a great
is
spot.
sick.
The guys love it. Welcome. See your locker yet?
I have not, no.
I didn't want to ruin the surprise.
It's gonna be pretty neat.
Pretty good, right?
Good. Yeah.
That's 86. Cool with
I know, there it is. It's not bad. That is surreal. Yeah, that is awesome. Wow. Awesome. Damn. Whew. Damn. Yeah, that is
So great.
that's crazy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, this is perfect.
Very convenient.
You can punt in here too. Damn. Yeah, that is.
Yes, this is a spot.
This is impressive.
Come on in, this is Will.
How's it going, Dalton?
Nice to meet you, Dalton.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
Oh,
Got one of these Utah rides.
not like this.
This is the best you're gonna get. Ownership here is amazing. They'll give you everything you need to be successful.
Yeah, I mean, facility-wise, it was probably the biggest change. Just trailers and weight room.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Now you're here. First round.
But this is. It's nice though.
Take it, man.
Yeah,
They're doing well. Pretty cool.
I know. Once in a lifetime.
That's true. And a full off season.
Pleasure. Yeah.
Forward to
Look,
seeing you
yeah.
in 2 weeks.
I'm excited.
Fly down, but these might be hard to reach.
My bad.
That's bad ball security right there.
No career fumbles.
Oh, really?
Knock on wood.
Yeah, so you can see this is 21 and it goes down here. So it starts in 17, goes all the way, and then wraps back down this way. So might remember some of the games.
Yeah.
You'll be on the wall at some point, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
Dawson. And then just finishes up at the end of this pass. Go right there.
In here.
Okay.
What's your handicap?
16.
16?
Not great.
Good thing I lost.
pounds.
See you.
Yeah,
See when you
pleasure.
get back.
Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah,
Yes,
look
sir.
forward to it. Great to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Brandon. Thank you
Safe
so
travel
much.
back tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Coach.
You're paying for the dinner tonight, right?
We appreciate it. Thank you, Jerry.
Pleasure. This place is incredible.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a little weird.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I feel like I'm pregnant.
He's the one that goes like the
One team, obviously your first round pick, but how much room do you think you still have to grow? You have that consistency being in one spot for a longer period of time.
I feel like there's just a lot to learn still and grow, and obviously I'm going into a great room and great team where I'm going to be provided with people who are professionals and have had that experience. So I'm just excited to really learn from them. I don't know which camera to look at now. I'm just excited to change. Put on some sweats. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Excited to be a Bill. Loving Buffalo so far. Great team, great facilities, great culture. See you guys soon.
All right, well, there you go. Our new #1 draft pick, hopefully a superstar tight end for the Buffalo Bills in the NFL, Dalton Kincaid. That cool video, of course, is from the Buffalo Bills website, giving credit where credit is due. I'm happy about it. The dude seems not only, he's drafted #1 by the Bills, 25th overall in the NFL draft, so obviously he has talent. But along with that, he seems like he's got it up here. Seems like he's ready to work. Seems like he's got that type of personality that fits in with the culture. Culture, baby. Culture, baby. And so we're hoping for, of course, big things from him. And I think he'll contribute right away. So absolutely very psyched about the kid, and I'm hoping that it works out great. And Dr. Jekyll says, did you notice our linebacker looks like Tremaine Edmonds? Looking at his photo, I think you're right. He does kind of look like Tremaine Edmonds. All right, it is Game 7 in overtime. Boston Bruins, Florida Panthers. I have got to get to that game, so I am cutting it off early. Thank you, everyone, for joining the stream. I'm going to go live, hopefully, God willing, every Sunday night around 9:30, 10 o'clock. We'd love to have you there as we root on our Buffalo Bills, and hopefully they will crush the curse. That's going to be my motto this year. Crush the curse!
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Shout it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on, come on. Say you will. Come on and shout. Say you will. Yeah. Shout. Buffalo's happening now. Shout. We're on the move now. Shout. The Bills are happening now. Shout. They're making it happen now. Shout. We got the spirit. Shout. A lot of spirit, yeah. Shout. We got the spirit. Shout. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me want